Bett, bass fishing at its best. Is proudly brought to you by Edenvale Gearbox and Diff for all your gearbox and diff requirements, specializing in 4x4. Before the break, most teams have yet to see any solid results, barring Team Roughneck, of course. Some teams have yet to catch their first fish. Time is running out, and the pressure is on. February's Renosterkorp champions, and with 5 above-average fish, we join Louis and Theo of Team Campworld.
My day's been quite nice, actually, to tell the truth. I've caught a couple of little fish. I knew it was going to be tough. But in comparison to what we're used to, in terms of makolo, we haven't seen any of those lovely 1.5s and 2s and 2.5s at all today. But we've had some fun. We've had some frustrating moments as well. It's challenging. It's very tough, you know. But that's bass fishing. Never easy. You put something together, you've got to keep on working with it. You know, in terms of patterns, in terms of how the wind's blowing, positioning the boat, etc., etc. And you lose concentration after a while, and you tend to lose it. There we go. That's the 97th time that Louis is getting stuck, and probably if I get stuck now, it'll be my 103rd. And that's not on a fish. There's no such thing as a spot under these kind of conditions. You know, you can't do spot fishing unless you know an area that is holding a wallop of fish, which of course we don't. So what we're going to do is it's rather pleasant to just like drift with the wind and chat, just enjoy ourselves, have a nice time. Help me. Look at the amount of fish with him. Look at that. Like a whole school of bass. All the same size. Look at it. You see the one behind. It's actually very interesting to see that these things are in the shallows. These tiny little things. Shane. Go on, open your mouth.
Fishing underwater ledges off the main channel, and currently in 5th position, brothers Mornay and Lee of Team Sensational De Beer.
They started off on the wrong note, to be honest. We planned to either take, depending on the draw, if we had a high number within the first top 10, we would have gone up to the river. But we got number 20, so we knew the first lot of boats will go up to the river. So we started close to where the launch is on the pre-fish. I got a couple of fish there. This morning for the first hour we spent in Mornay got 1 fish. We didn't catch anything more, so we decided to come into the main dam. We tried a couple of deep spots. Started getting fish on a couple of jigs and armor shads, and then just concentrated on the deep water from there. We didn't have as many bites as we would get if we fished the shallows, but the quality of the fish have been better. We still short 1 nice fish of, let's say, over 1 kilogram. All 4 of our fish are over a kilo, but the 1 fish is under 1 kilogram, which we need to try and upgrade. So we're just going to return to the deep areas where we caught the nicer fish on the jig and see if we can replace that smaller one. I think we're going to go back towards the launch and give the spot where I did catch a couple on the pre-fish a go after we've done this deep water spot once more. And that will be our day complete. Let's go around there, man. Let's go around there.
And their patience pays off, as their last attempt at this deep water spot yields the upgrade they hoped for. And in the nick of time, teams put the hammer down as they race back to the banks of the weigh station. Many teams weigh their bag with the hope that they outperform their rivals.
Right, in 5th place with a weight of 6,79, Sensational De Beers, Mornay and Lee. In 4th place, Team Brewforce, Craig and Kewen, 6,96. In 3rd place, prize of 2,000 Rand, Springbok Plantai, Johan and Terence, 7,66. And in 2nd place, Yamaha Mokolo, runners-up, 3,000 Rand, Formula 1 Grand Prix, Leon and Nico. The Imperial Toyota Mokolo champions, Team Roughneck, Ream and Tui.
We had a spot in the river that we identified during divisionals last year in November. So we went up there, we got one early, not a big fish, but we stuck out. We said we're gonna stay around, and it must have been about 9:30. It was like someone throwing a switch, eh? Within 15 minutes, we landed 2 1.8 fish and 2.85 kg, which really helped the bag. We used shaky head squirrel tails mostly, as well as peanut butter jelly jigs. Those really worked.
The Makolo top 10 teams for the month of March are as follows. A massive 2.29 kg separate first and second, while a mere 29 grams separate second and third. The Gauteng overall logs after this third event sees Team Roughneck taking top spot, having jumped from 11th, while Team Springbok Plantyre radically moved from 21st to 4th. With 6.53 kg separating first and 10th, the game is now on. The Western Accessories Tackle Box, home of the Waft Rod.
What I'm going to show you today, some TaylorMan's products. TaylorMan, lure manufacturer in America. Still today the lures he's making, he uses the best materials. He's using stainless steel wire, using hand-painted heads with living rubber and silicone hand-tied skirts. The advantage of the silicone and living rubber skirts is that they tend to flare out in the water, especially when you pause the lure or let it rest on the bottom. It's got a comprehensive range of spinnerbaits. Spinnerbaits come in the various blade combinations, nickel plated and 24 karat gold plated blades. All the regular color combinations that we're used to, as well as some quite exciting colors that we don't see in this country too often. TaylorMan's jigs, they come in a variety of heads. We've got a flipping jig, pitching jigs, we've got the football jig heads for the guys who prefer those. Broad range of weights, right from 1/4 ounce right up to 1.5 ounce jig heads. The skirts, once again, living rubber, silicone combination, hand tied. The advantage, as I said there, is that they flare out, especially in this type of fishing with jig fishing. If you're pausing on the bottom, the skirts tend to flare out, make a bigger presentation for the bass to see. The patterns and colours in the jigs, all the regular colours we're accustomed to, the black and blues, black and reds, the green pumpkins, the chartreuse mixes, the watermelon green pumpkin mixes, as well as some quite exciting colours with a lot of red or a lot of orange in. Particularly popular amongst the tiger fishermen at the moment. All the jigs come with double barrel rattles on them. All these lures and many more exclusive products available at Western Accessories, Krugersdorp and Boksburg.
Join us next month as teams battle it out at Bronkhorstspruit Dam on the 2nd of April. Come fishing with Bett, the most exciting bass fishing tournament the country has to offer, and get informed. Visit www.bett.co.za. Bass fishing at its best is proudly brought to you by Yamaha VMAX, super high output 4-stroke outboards, and Imperial Toyota, your lifestyle dealer. Catch the next exciting Bett KZN premiere on the 26th of April at 6 p.m. on SuperSport 1.